one and a two and a 1, 2, 3.
I am inclined to lose my mind at any time. And you know why. Yes, you know why. It's written in my eyes.
Welcome to the B1EP podcast. I am your host, Glory Rose. Hello, I've missed you guys. It's 2026, baby. It's a new motherfucking year. We're getting older. So, my birthday was on December 3rd. Okay? I turned 37. I feel youthful. I feel young. I feel vibrant and full of life. I had a best friend that was my cat. His name was Raylen. I even wrote a song about him. And because when I got married back in May, he escaped. We went to Puerto Rico. Okay? Quick little backstory. We went to Puerto Rico. And when we went to Puerto Rico, we had a little cat sitter come in every once in a while, check on him, make sure the litter was straight, food was straight, all that. You know what I mean? And so what he ended up doing was escaping out of the house. All right? And so the cat sitter would be like, listen, I've been coming in. His litter looks the same. The food looks the same. I don't know where he's been. I don't know where he's at. So while I'm in Puerto Rico, my mind is going crazy. I'm like, where the fuck? What the fuck? How the fuck? Like, okay. So we fly back home. I'm like, it's okay. He's gonna, you know what I mean? We're gonna fly back home. I'm gonna look for him. We're gonna look for him. All right. We fly back home. I go everywhere. I'm playing detective. I'm over here checking people's cameras. It's gotten to the point where I went and I found him too. I saw him. I was like, oh shit. Like I felt like a good detective. I'm like, yay. We're on to something. So, but it got very, very dark because days upon days upon days would just pass and he would not come home. I did everything. I would leave the litter, everything. You know, the litter on the side of the porch, his food on the side of the porch. I even put his little fuck doll. He had a fuck doll. He had a doll that he liked to do this shit, and he used to, he used to get real nasty with this doll. And so, yeah, man, I love that cat so fucking much. Everybody in the household could agree that I was his person. I mean, he loved everybody. It wasn't like I was his person as fuck everybody. He loved everybody, but he would sleep on me. He would be around my arms whenever I played my video games and shit. He just wanted to be around me. Like, I don't know what it is. I don't know. I was the disciplinarian as well, so I don't know what it was that he liked about me so damn much, but he liked it. And I loved him. So I gave up hope. This is May we're talking. I gave up hope. I'm like, this motherfucker, man, listen, I nights full of little tears while I'm laying down thinking of him, you know what I mean? I'm looking at my Ring camera, seeing if he just runs past and nothing. Nothing. So at this point we gave up, we gave up. We gave up going to shelters. We did the whole shebang, bro, looking for this cat. And yo, out of nowhere on one random ass day, we hear the fucking meow at our door. And I was like, yo, I ran so fucking quick to open up that door. And then when he came busting in through that door, I was just so happy. He meowed for like, no exaggeration, guys. I don't exaggerate a lot. Sometimes I exaggerate, but now I'm not exaggerating. He meowed for like at least 40 minutes and just kept rubbing himself on us and rubbing himself and meowing and to the point where we already got tired of it. Like, all right, bro, chill. Like, okay, yeah. He would eat and then meow. And he looked so skinny. He looked dirty. Like, he was just out there in them streets. He was probably fucking, like, just getting dirty, just getting cat pussy, just fucking. That's what I imagine. He's just out there cat fucking, like, just. So we were happy. We were happy. Then he started throwing up. Like he was dehydrated, so he couldn't eat. Whatever he ate, he would throw up. Whatever he drank, he would throw up. So we took him to the vet. He got put some IV. They gave him an IV. They hydrated him. Gave him some shit that we could put in his ear whenever he so he can get his appetite back, and he was straight. Um, so like I said, my birthday, December 3rd just passed, and on December 5th, he liked to escape through. He's an indoor outdoor. He liked to escape through the little flaps of our air conditioning. Yes, we keep our air conditioning year round. And so yeah, December 5th, December 6th, December 7th, December 8th, nothing. And by December 6th and 7th, we're already out there looking for him. Like we're already like doing the most. Have you seen my cat? Have you seen Orange? Homeboy, one of our neighbor calls him Orange. Have you seen Orange? Like, have you seen him? Have you seen him? Have you seen him? Nothing. 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 We went on that little lost and found. I know anybody's area, they got the little lost and found for the cats and the dogs and shit. Nothing. Like nothing. And so, like, fuck. Started calling in vets and we're calling in shelters. Like, has anybody brought this cat? Has anybody brought this cat? We're going crazy looking for this cat. I'm missing the hell out of this cat, bro. You know? So it's nothing. Like, fuck it. I went to go get my hair cut on a Tuesday. Now we're talking what? 5th, 6th, 7th? This is like 8th or 9th. I went to go get my hair cut. I'm about to look fly because I'm about to get my wisdom teeth taken out. So I want to look good while I take my wisdom teeth out. Okay? That was my thought process. I'm driving home. I'm minding my business. And then I just look. And as I look, I don't know what made me look, but I looked. But as I look, I see the lifeless body of a cat laying underneath a gate not too far away from my home in a little busy section off of my neighborhood. It's a busy street. But I fucking brake so hard, the car behind me, beep. I'm like, fuck you. I was like, fuck you. Like, I'm mad, yo. I'm mad. So then I drive. I make the U-turn, illegal as hell, disrespectful as hell. I wasn't thinking, to be honest. I wasn't thinking. I was upset. I was upset, and I was praying that this wasn't my cat. He was orange. And one thing about my cat that distinguished himself from any other cat, because all cats they could look the same, but he had a stripe on the side that was a circle. And so I turned around, I bust that Yui. I pulled over, and it's hard. And that type of street is hard to pull over because it's a busy street. Excuse me. So I went to go to see, is this my cat? My cat's been missing for days. He's orange. This cat that's laying lifeless is orange. And I get out the car. I'm already emotional. You know what I mean? I'm already like, the tears are right. The tear glands are already fucking pushing, and I'm already like, but I still got that little glimmer of hope that it's not him. And so then I go and I see his lifeless body just laid out. It fucked my head up. You gotta understand, like, I love this cat to death. Like, that was my homeboy. It's not like, how some people are with their pets where there's like a detachment because they're just pets. No. This was like a son. It was like seeing your son lifeless on the side of the road. And yeah, that was my boy, just laying there, lifeless. Like he he was nothing. I'm not gonna describe what he looked like because it's pretty graphic. So I called my wife and no, listen, guys. This is for the future. If anything like this happens to you, do not call your wife while she's at work. You know, even though I feel like I couldn't wait, I couldn't wait, I couldn't wait. I couldn't be like, all right, let me give it a, let me wait till she gets home. No, I couldn't fucking wait. So I called her, and I'm like, I'm emotional. I'm talk. What's fucked up is that as I'm sitting here, what I mean, looking at this cat making this phone call, and my wife is fucking going crazy. Like she's crying as well. She loved that cat like crazy. Um, these kids are walking and they're walking towards me and they're wondering. They're looking at me like I'm crazy because they're like, what the fuck? This guy's just looking at the ground. And as they're walking, they're looking at me and then they look and they see the cat and they're like, oh, like like that shit comes out their mouth. They're like, oh, and I'm in my head. I'm like, fuck you and your dads. If y'all got the same dads, fuck them both. I didn't say it out loud. It was in my head, I promise. But I was just so mad. So then I went. I got a little box and a bag, and it went from my cat being on me, rubbing himself all over me like a fucking mad. He was mad. He was crazy. To me, grabbing a box and a bag, placing his body inside of the bag. He's been there probably for like at least a day or two because his body was stiff and cold. Like when I picked him up, it was almost like I picked up a like frozen chicken, when all the chicken are together and it's just, that's what it was. And I put him in the bag and I had to like, you know, make his feet comfortable and stuff. And I closed the box up. I walked, it was cold that day. December 8th, I believe. It was cold as fuck that day, bro. And I'm walking, because I didn't drive back. I walked because it wasn't that far. It was walking distance. So I walked back and I brought my cat home. Like he finally made it home. Yeah. And it's like when you was looking when you're looking for a cat on the internet, you always got those fucking people, bro, that you shouldn't let your cat go outside. And this bitch had the fucking, fuck you, lady. This bitch had the fucking nerve, bro, to share a picture of all the reasons why you don't let your cat go outside. Like, bitch, have you seen my cat or not? Why the fuck are you sending me? I don't need this. This isn't what I need. I don't even, and to those people, I thank y'all, but I don't need your, oh, I'm so sorry, but these are some of the things you can do. I don't need that. Have you seen him? Or haven't you seen him? That's all I want to know. But no, fucking telling me why I shouldn't let him out. I don't, listen, first and foremost, now, in this day and age, I agree. You get a cat again, I'm never going to let that cat see the light of day. No, you're going to be in a dungeon because I want you to live. But the way my mind was, the way I thought about it was, it's not fair. It's in the cat's nature to roam, to go outside, to have fun. Like, yeah, I would open up the door. I see that little motherfucker out there chasing leaves. Like, he'd be having the grandest of times chasing leaves. He even had friends. Cats are very territorial, but he had friends. He had this one boy cat, which boys and boys normally don't get along, looking for my cat all day. And then when you see him, they be out there just playing, bro. Excuse me. Oof. I don't know what that was. That was gayest. But yeah, man. I'm dedicated. This episode is dedicated to my cat. His name was Raylen. He passed away, like I said, in the beginning of December. a couple days after my birthday. We cremated him. He's in a box at home. He finally made it home, you know. But yeah, this episode is dedicated to Raylan. And if we ever get another cat, oh shit, sorry, Gazzy. If we ever get another cat, I'm never letting him or her go outside ever, ever, ever. Even though it's in your nature, I'm gonna be selfish and I'm gonna protect you and I'm gonna keep you safe. I'm gonna make sure that nothing like this ever happens again. For me, not for you, kitty. For me, I'm being selfish because I'm not trying to go through that. After my cat died, I had this little stoic. I was very calm. Obviously, my wife is crying and crying, like she'd wake up in the middle of the night crying, and I'm fine. Like I'm not fine. I'm internalizing everything, and I'm just very like straight. But then one night, I just laid down, and I started bawling like a bitch, bro. Like just bawling. Because I knew that I was never going to see my cat again. This was a dark episode. I know. Listen, guys, let me tell you something. I call this a comedic podcast. And yes, I make the rules when it comes down to this podcast. But since I make the rules when it comes down to this podcast, I also break the rules. So if I want to talk about anything that I normally will tell you that I don't talk about, I'm going to do it. And right now, today, I'm talking about my cat that just passed away. But that's it. That's all I got for y'all. R.I.P. Raylan. I love you, puppy.